What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Jesus Coin today. We're doing another one, man. It hasn't been a week, but we're doing another one. Got a lot of positive feedback from everybody in the community. Thank you guys for all the kind comments. I appreciate all of you guys. If you guys caught that testimonial Tuesday with Cannabis Outlaws with George yesterday and everybody else that was there, it was a lot of fun, man. A lot of good people in that room. I could tell. I could just feel it. I could feel the energy. Everybody's got their hearts and minds in the right place, and we've all got our eyes on this thing right now. Jesus Coin itself. I haven't bet the farm on this thing. I know some people have foregone all their cryptocurrencies for Jesus Coin, and that's up to you. It's your money. Do what you want with it. With a low cap coin like this, I'm not prone to putting all my money in stuff, but having this kind of positive reaction, man, I bought somewhere around, like, I want to say somewhere around here. I don't know the exact, it won't tell me the exact number. I don't know how to, I guess I could do the math on it, but maybe I'm just blind, I don't know, but I can't find the exact price that I bought it because I did a swap. Anyways, I'm at least up 50% right now. I had 260 or something. I think I had like $240 after, no. It had to have been like 250 something after fees, and I'm up to like $400 on my position now. So not a lot of money, but again, if this thing is to 1000x, even from the current price, if it was to 1000x, that would turn like $400 into 400k. So I'm okay with the low risk, high reward thing. You know what I mean? But the main thing that I want to talk about besides myself is the actual chart itself, which Poloniex, again, being a low volume exchange, it's showing this price right now, 7022. If we look at Jesus on CoinGecko, gotta sneeze. Ooh, it might not happen. We're at 0.70 and then 24, so it's up a little bit more, and that's probably, I would say that this is probably the real price. So maybe not the real percentage as far as trading view goes, but it probably is a little bit higher, right? I would kind of take that into consideration. But looking at the volume profile on Poloniex, again, the reason why we use this chart, even though it's updated like trash, because Jesus USD, because there's just not a whole lot of volume on it. No disrespect to Poloniex, it's been around for a while. They're a legitimate exchange, and they've got a lot of access to a lot of coins, but very low liquidity exchange. But what we can see is that we've had this low. We have some form of even like a double bottom for what we've got on this kind of exchange, right? And volume is starting to pick up. We're getting some of the strongest readings that we've seen in Jesus Coin since we began our descent. And I just think, you guys, all this is coming in to play with the idea that this is the bottom. I want to remind you guys, I know it's mega bullish. I know a lot of you are probably like, I wish I'd put more in. Honey, sell the car. Let's put more into Jesus Coin. I get it. But bring it back to earth. Bring it back to earth. Even when we were continuing to move up here, we had days where we pulled back like almost every day, and they don't look like that big or that significant, but from high here to this low here, that was a 50% drop, right? So set your limit orders. We got a gap here on this chart right here. We're at 7022. We're probably going to go to 7018 at some point. Set your buy orders at 7019 or at 7016, 15, whatever. We very well could come even back down to like 7011, stuff like that. That shouldn't scare anybody. It should get you excited for more buying opportunities. But to be fair with this chart, the more prominent areas that I would expect us to go might be here, area that we found support, a little bit of resistance as well. That's 7012. Which is that's about a 50% drop from here, which again, no big deal. We have done 50% drops and then continued the next day to have a 14% pump, and then the next day a 44% pump. So it's not a big deal. That's just how that's how low cap coins do it. But here we are sitting at 3.5 million. I remember making a video not too long ago. We were at like 1.6 million. I wish I bought then. I would be up 100% now instead of 50%. But whatever, man. I thought we were going lower. I'm glad I bought when I did, because things have started to take up now. I am not the reason that this is going up. I only put in a couple $100, a little bit over a couple $100. But whoever, it doesn't take much money to send this thing up. So whoever you are spending all your money to buy this thing, good on you. But I think somewhere around here, back to the TA, from the low there, these lows here kind of coming in. It's also a previous area of resistance there. You've got these lows here coming in with this area of resistance, somewhere between this like 7016 to 7012 range. I would I'm a betting man, I would bet a decent amount of money that Jesus coin will return to these levels before continuing to go up. If we just keep going up, we might still have some kind of dramatic pullback, but this is crypto. Crazy things do happen. We could just continue to move up unchecked for quite a while. That is possible, especially after this huge accumulation zone and volumes coming in, but volatility and stuff like this is to be expected, in my opinion. So if you're feeling the itch to buy right now, I know it sounds hard, but we kind of are. If this is, again, if we're at 0.224, that or 0.24, that would be up here. We're at a previous area of resistance, previous area of support, previous area of support. So it would make sense to turn around from here. So I don't think that buying here would be a smart idea. I think if you feel like you've missed the boat, you need to accept, well, you missed the boat, but it might come back to you. It might come back to you. So be patient. If it continues to go up from here, that really sucks. Hopefully a lot of people accumulated down here and just continue to DCA, whether you bought up here and you continue to DCA down, or you started buying down here, whatever. Maybe you bought yesterday, whatever. If you bought yesterday, if you bought at any point before today in the last basically like 2 months, no, I guess month and a half, you're doing decent for yourself right now. You're up, you're at least in the green. So I would just be patient, man. You can see here, right, as it's going up, again, you've got these wicks to the downside, wicks to the downside, wicks to the downside, like all the way coming up. As you're going down, you have wicks to the upside, right? They don't happen like consecutively, but you do get moves to the upside as you're going down too. So it is volatile in its nature. There's not a shit ton of volume coming in now. This is Poloniex, but there is more volume that we've seen now than we've seen since the middle of July. Here we are in the very beginning of October, so that's July. August, September, October. We're almost like about 2.5 months of the most volume we've seen in like 2.5 months. So I just wanted to give an update on Jesus Coin, man. I think exciting things are happening. Seeing these movements happen the way they're happening does convince me that we have found the low. I really, I've been saying that, but I'm a lot more convinced now. I say that not on shaky ground, on pretty confident ground, but it's hard to read a chart like this. You can see why, right? Like this compared to BTC, like it's a lot different. This doesn't look as strange to me as like these days where like it looks like, I don't even know, man. Like it looks like a computer language to me. But anyways, I think Jesus Coin has found its low. It probably has some kind of pullback. If we take the idea that from this low here, considering the CoinGecko price, we're actually at this price up here, right, at that previous support area, coming back down to here at this 382, again around that point or 7016 area, that would make sense to me. If I was to buy more, which I'm genuinely thinking about buying more, guys, I would probably buy around that area or lower. That would be my expectation. So don't get disheartened. Don't be upset if you see a drop, right? It's normal. It's totally normal. Just be prepared. Get your moon bags ready, because I do think this thing is on its way. It very well could. I meant it when I said it the other day. We very well could see new all-time highs by the end of the year, going into the burn on December 25th. I very much do believe that we could see that. And from the current price right now, what this is on Poloniex, I guess let's do it from what it is on CoinGecko, because that's where most people would be buying it at probably. That's still a 7x from the current price. So even if you buy here, even if you buy the top and it goes down, you want me to throw some FOMO your way, even if you buy here and it goes down, the chances of a 7x or greater by the end of the year are there. So just take that for what it is. This isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm talking about Jesus Coin, a $3.5 million asset. It's a cryptocurrency. So don't, I'm definitely not a financial advisor. Don't take it to the bank. Don't bet the house. I myself am not betting the house. I know some people that have bet the house. They sold their shoes. They sold their shit. They're all in it, and that's okay. Best of luck to you guys. I hope you kill it, man. I really hope you do, because you deserve it. The people that are fully devoted and fully involved in this thing, they deserve to reap the fullest rewards from it for sure. But for me, betting a couple $100s to turn that into a couple $100,000, maybe not even a couple $100,000, but tens of thousands of dollars, I'm okay with that. And I would be a lot more comfortable putting in a substantial amount more money if we can get above these highs. And I want to see how we perform after the burn too. I just want to see how things go. If there's any new and exciting things, or if it's just caught traction, Of course, whenever it's higher, I will be like, man, I wish I bought lower. I had such a great opportunity. But that's all hindsight. We might not see 1,000x. We might not even see 100x, though I very much would expect at least 100x for this thing. And again, I say 1,000x. I don't know, something's stuck in my throat, man. I say 1000x, but this thing could really do a 2000x, right? Let's go over the math. From the current price, okay, we're up 33.8% in the last 24 hours on CoinGecko here. Okay, from the current price, $3.5 million market cap. A 10x would be $35 million. Let's call it $36 million. That would be a 10x. 100x would be $360 million. A 1000x would be $3.6 billion. Okay, a 10,000x would be $36 billion, and that is tremendous. That's insane. Honestly, that's insane. But it's a possible market cap. It's actually a very possible market cap. There's a large bit of cryptos that have achieved a market cap greater than that even. So by the end of the cycle, will it do that? Will it do a 10,000x from the current price? I don't think so. I don't think so. But just the idea of a 1000x, whenever you hear something like that, the fact that a 10,000x, it's not impossible. It's not likely, but it is completely possible to happen. A 36 billion market cap has been had by plenty of cryptos, man, that came from ranks like this or whatever, and maybe they didn't go from this low of a market cap to that high in one cycle, but a couple cycles, whatever. You can see that kind of growth for sure. Shiba Inu is one of them, man, that just had insane growth, and it achieved a market cap above that, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it didn't. I want to actually double check that real quick. Shiba Inu. I mean, it's sitting at 4 billion right now. It had to have achieved more than 30 billion, 36 billion. Yeah, 40 billion right there. So, and Shiba came from, down here, that was 3 billion. Let's logarithmicize it, see if it tells us. It won't tell me, will it? I'm pretty sure it had lower market caps than this, though. Before it was ever on centralized exchanges. So the fact that this is already on centralized exchanges, most of it is traded on DEXs, decentralized exchanges. But I'm just saying, guys, this thing, it definitely has the potential to 1000x, even more than a 1000x. Again, a 1000x from the current price, if you were to put $100 in, would turn into $100,000. If it did a multi-1000x, that would be multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars from a very small investment. So again, with that kind of growth, why bet the farm? Why bet the farm? It's not a guarantee that that's going to happen. It's not even necessarily it's not even a likelihood. Not necessarily. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It's not even a likelihood that we're going to catch 1000x on this thing. That's insane, you guys. It happens, but that's insane. Okay, but it's completely possible. It really could happen. It really could happen. So with that being a possibility, why bet a ton of money? Why just bet a little bit of money, high risk, high reward. So don't bet the farm. If you want to just rug pull all your assets and throw it into this thing, go for it. But I don't know, man. I'm just hyped on this coin. It's doing things that are definitely progressive. It's it's made my bag green for sure. So I'm definitely tempted to buy a little bit more. But I'm already over what I thought I'd put in this thing, so I might double down, but that might be it, for there. But I am pretty confident this is the low. What would really solidify that confidence, besides just the overall structure that we're seeing right now, would be a move that takes us above. Let's see. Let's do this. Let me see. From the high here to the low here, above. Really, yeah, I guess it would have to be above. I don't know, man. I would say if we can get daily closes above this 382, that I'd be convinced enough, honestly. Even though we don't have a higher high, we've kind of like broken out of this overall trend. We might come down and form a higher low still, but I would think breaking above this 382 at 7027 would be convincing enough. I'm already pretty convinced, but that would just be the dagger in the heart. And truthfully, obviously, getting a higher high would really solidify it. And with that, we'd probably go up to this 618, 69 area. Let's get a positive reaction with that. If we reject it, cool, whatever. Come back up the second time and get through it. That would really be nice to see. If we just break straight through it on the first attempt, come back and find support on it, this thing is going to new all-time highs by the end of the year for sure. So watch this area, the 618 area, which is between. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros, 5, 6, 7 zeros, 7. Let's call it 7 zeros, 0.7, right? Or 0.707 to 5, 6, that range there. If we have a positive reaction with that range there, and a positive reaction again would be, maybe we find resistance on it the first time even, and then we come down. and then we come back up the second time. That's a positive reaction. You know, stair stepping from there, you can find resistance on it, whatever. It's a previous area of resistance anyways. It would make sense. Even more positive than that, break through it, come back down, find support on a previous area of resistance. That would be very bullish as well. But at any point, you don't want to reject it twice or 3 times or something like that. That would really dampen the momentum. So this area is pretty key, not just on a fib perspective, but on a time perspective too. We are a bit of a ways away from there, but man, the way that this thing's moving, it could be next week that we're up there, right? That's only 100, and I say only 142%, but it's only 150%, only 200% away, something like that. We've seen those kind of moves in one day, so it could be not too long from now before we're up there. It might be weeks though, so don't get too overly excited. Again, there's a little FOMO for you guys, but take solace in the fact that we probably do come back down. This thing is volatile, so I would, if I was going to buy more, which I am thinking about, I'd put a buy order probably around like 7017 to 7015, somewhere in that area, full-heartedly knowing that it could go all the way down to like 7011 or 7012, something like that, but I don't think that we're going to get lower lows overall. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys. I went off on this one, so if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. I'm hyped on Jesus, man. I'm really hyped on Jesus today, so let's go, man. I'm excited to see what this thing does. Take care.